I'm Sandy Spady, and welcome to the Power Up Talk Show, a talk show where we bring together community leaders and inspirational people that are making a difference in our world. Before I introduce our amazing guests, we'd like to have a little fun with Dion Bass of Songbird Cocktails. Dion, what's happening?
Well, thank you, Sandy. It's good to be on the show again. Today, I am going to do a traditional cocktail. I know I normally like to put my spin on things and make these big outlandish things, but sometimes simple is great. So today, I'm going to be doing the traditional daiquiri. Now, of course, we're going to start out with a little simple syrup. Our next ingredient, and I cannot emphasize this, always fresh squeezed lime. Lime is a very volatile fruit, and so if you don't fresh squeeze it, it can really be shaky to use in a cocktail. And then our last ingredient is going to be our bamboo rum. This beautifully made rum, wonderful notes of banana and nuts. It's wonderful to use in pretty much anything. Eggnog, any cocktail you can think of, like, it's wonderful. Then all we have to do is shake. All right. And here we have it, our traditional daiquiri. Sandy, you have a great show.
Thanks, Dion.
Thank you, Dion.
For more recipes, please reach out to me at dion@songbirdcocktails.com. Cheers.
All right, let's cheer. Let's
Cheers. Delicious. That's amazing.
Dion. Audience, we're in for a super treat. We have just a lovely lady that's full of sparkle. I love it. She's so much fun. Okay, Shelley's Forsman and her husband, Travis, have Forsman Finest Deck, started in 2018. And she's a proud mom with a dog mom, too, with Noodles, Peaches, and Hershey.
Yes.
I love animals. She has a passion for entrepreneurship, community, elevating client services. She thrives on building meaningful connections.
I do.
Yes, and supporting local businesses. Shelley brings humor, heart, and love for learning into everything she does, always finding joy in people. I totally love that. She meets and laughter she shares. Shelley, first of all, thank you for being on my show today.
You're welcome.
We've been in past for years, and I just love that we're having such a great connection now. And I'm so proud to announce that you are the spotlight speaker for presenting. You're kicking off the summit, right?
I'm excited.
I'm so excited.
Really
because
excited.
Audience, she's fun. And Sandy likes to have fun. And our summit is just a fun, inspirational day, which is really local community powerhouse women. And you're going to kick it off with Shelley. Shelley, tell us about your superpowers and your strengths.
I feel like my strengths are just, I've always been a people person ever since I was just a young kid. And I just love connecting and learning from people. A lot of people will laugh because we'll have one-to-ones together, and I think they always think we're just going to go and talk about business. And I would say 90% of the time, I never talk about my business when I'm meeting with people. I just want to learn about them, their lives, where they came from, what their hobbies are. And we always end up laughing, and time just goes by. Anytime you have a one-to-one with me, we're like, maybe we'll take a scooter ride or we'll take a walk and we'll talk and we'll learn about each other. And then they'll say, we didn't even talk about business. And I'm like, that's okay, because now I know so much more about you and I understand you, and now I can relate to you better. And I just think that's so important. And that's something that I love doing, and it helps me get to know people. And I think, people remember me that way because I just take time to get to know them, and I love it.
It's so important. I've been
Yeah.
in sales my entire life, one way, shape, or form, 100% commission. And it's like, they're like, what did you sell? I said, I sold nothing. I built friendships.
I love that.
It's not that much, like you said, that much, 10%, maybe this is what I can do. But you can't help someone until you know them, right? And you and I are old school, right? We just really want to get to know people and find out what they need. It's not about what we can give, it's what we can help with.
Exactly.
And when people say, I hate sales, I'm like, sales are great. We would be lost without sales because that's building relationships. We're helping people.
It is.
And I love that it ends with laughter. And if you wait till you meet her at the summit, ladies, she is all laughter and fun, 100%. So I want to, your super strengths. I'm a keynote speaker and I talk about the power of super strengths and embracing your weaknesses. But as far as growing up, I know you have a big birthday coming up we're going to talk about. But who inspires you? Like, who inspires you?
The people from my childhood, I feel like I didn't start this crazy. I didn't start truly believing in myself, and honestly, until I was in my 30s. I know that sounds crazy, but I just didn't have a lot of that confidence. But the one person that always built me up and believed in me was my grandfather. And from a little child, I always remember he said, there's just something about you, kiddo. He's like, I don't have to worry about you. You're going to be okay. You're so smart. He would just say all these positive, words to me. And I believed him. I believed him more than anyone. And I always carry that with me. So, he passed away a long time ago, but I'll sometimes say, look at me, Grandpa, or look at me now. I'm on the Spady show. I know he's there looking at me, but it's just, you have those certain people in your life where you always kind of keep their words, close and dear to your heart. And those are the ones that really stay with me. Another person that inspires me is nobody famous yet, but it's my daughter. She's 16, and sometimes, as a parent, we think, oh, we could have done things better, or I wish I'd have done things this way, and we're kind of hard on ourselves all the time. I think especially women, I think we're so critical and hard on ourselves. We always want to be better. And, sometimes it's just weird how the universe, and she'll feel something, but I'll think, gosh, I'm having a bad day. And just the other day, she sent me a text and said, Mom, I love you so much. You're my favorite person in the whole world. And I was like, thank you. It's just little things like that kind of helps me know that I'm doing things right. Even when I doubt myself, it's just, I get these little, messages like that. And I believe in the universe. I believe that, the universe will kind of try to keep us on track, and people in our lives like that will send us messages right when we need them the most.
It's so true.
Yeah.
So my father was like your grandpa. He was my number one cheerleader with words, right?
Yeah.
And the love languages. I'm sure yours is affirmations, right?
Yeah.
Words. And words are so powerful. And my father's passed too, but I still he loved old time country. And when I really miss him or I need some encouragement, I turn on 70s series and boom, there's the song.
Yeah.
Glenn Campbell or something.
You get all the feels.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's so important. Words are so powerful, like you said. And I don't think a lot of women in their 30s, really, you're still finding yourself, right? You're finding yourself, and you may think you want to be confident like that other person, but it's the journey. And that's what's so powerful with Women with Voices, is that the journey of these women that aren't there yet.
Correct.
And when we share, because we're seasoned, right? And we share those journeys, it's where we were at some point in our 30s, or some point these women need to hear. And that's the power of the voice.
That's true.
So great. As far as your daughter, I think that's beautiful that she's 16 and she still wants to, looks up to you. Right there. I mean, that's
none of that as long as they can.
Yes.
Everybody says, maybe it won't last, but I hope it does.
No, I think it's great. And that brings me to a great question. Is your daughter 16? What is it that you want to leave behind her, encourage her, that maybe you didn't have at 16, or something you wish someone would have said to you at 16?
Well, I now know that, in order to succeed, you have to surround yourself with people who believe in you and people that are going to build you up. And I feel like I spent a lot of time in my life as a teenager, and especially in my 20s, I was surrounding myself with the wrong people, but I didn't know it at the time. I wanted to be a part of these people for some reason. I thought that was the people I wanted to be with, but I was surrounding myself with people who didn't believe in me, or maybe said, oh, you shouldn't do that, or you really can't do that, or that's not for you, or, I mean, those people might have said, oh, you're not a leader, or you're not a speaker, or you'll never run a company. It's a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to tell you
They want to
and
keep
label
you down
you.
where they're at.
They
Yeah.
do, and I don't know. I've had a lot of epiphanies in my life, and I just feel like, I reached a point to where, gosh, I can do anything I want. But the reason I got to that point is because I started surrounding myself with different people, different groups of people, and I'm grateful for all those different groups in my journey of life that I've learned from. And so I want my daughter and my son. Yeah. To grow up and know that they can do anything that they put their mind to. I mean, the sky is the limit. I mean, we have so many, you can do anything, and I firmly believe that. And so I just want them, like a Dr. Seuss quote, it's like, be who you are and say how you feel. Those who mind don't matter. Or what is that saying? Those who mind, God,
those who mind don't matter, and those who don't matter. And those who matter don't mind.
Those who matter don't mind.
Yeah.
And you should surround yourself with people where you can be yourself, make mistakes, be silly, laugh. And you might annoy people sometimes, but who cares? You know what I mean? But don't be afraid to try new things, because the older I get, I don't want to have regrets, and all the things that I was afraid to do in my 30s. I want to start knocking them off checking them off the list. Checking them off the list.
I love that. And what's so important too that you said, is that you can't care what others think. I mean, of course, we're not going to go be stupid and go strip somewhere and go through
but you just brush it off.
Yeah, because sometimes people want you to be where they're at. Mm-hmm. And that's when you said you have to get rid of those friends, right? Because they're not your people.
Correct.
And there's so many times I'm a public speaker and I've spoke somewhere and maybe someone might giggle or they're not looking and they're on your phone. And I'm like, they're never going to hear my message.
Yep.
Like, you can't make someone listen or someone be on your team or support you. Those are the people you let go.
Yeah, you can't change.
There's 99 other people sitting there.
That's true. You can't change people. You can't change how they're going to feel or react, but you can change how you respond and how you're going to react. And that was a big deal for me. And and like the Mel Robbins book, I think everybody in America
right here. High five, Mel.
Read part of it, but I just think it really it resonates with everyone, because it's kind of like it's therapy for us all to just let it go, let it be, just change how we respond and we react. Exactly. So I love that. Yeah.
I love that too. Let's talk about the big birthday coming up. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
You're turning 50, right? And myself, when I turned 50, I always said, if I'm not where and things are not where I want them to be, I'm just walking away. And I literally walked away from a life, walked away. I started over sleeping in my daughter's roommate's basement on the floor with a mattress and 2 rolling racks. And I left my previous world.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't where I wanted to be with my soul and myself. And you're turning 50. And I feel like you stepping up, like, I'm going to speak in front of 350 people. I'm going to do this. Like, you're living it. Share a little bit about the 5-0. Like, it's a thing.
I'm just trying to come out of my shell. I'm more of kind of like an impromptu speaker. Like, I can show up and without thinking or planning, I can speak to a group. But I've never spoken in front of a group as large as what's going to be at this summit coming up in January. And for me, it's just allowing me to step out of my comfort zone, and I'm proud of myself for doing that. But I'm also excited to be a part of this event and give back, because I really believe in what all you're doing. You're such an amazing human, and I love how you build women up. Yeah. The women are amazing in this world, especially right here in our community. Yes. We're surrounded by the most amazing women. I'm excited to hear more of their stories at your event. I know some of them you need tissues for, some of them you might not. Some of them are heavy, some of them are just inspirational, but I am just honored to be a part of this event. I'm going to be a volunteer. I'm also going to kick it off with a little presentation, and I will make it fun.
Yes.
I think that's the best way to kick something up, is just to get that energy going. So stay tuned.
Yes.
But I'm just really happy to be a part of this event. I just felt like the universe was just guiding me to this opportunity. So,
and I think you
I'm
completely
so excited.
Compliment it.
Yeah.
And I love that the theme this year, we have a theme every year, and this year it's Fearless Futures. And it's not that we don't have fear. Like you overcame fear in your 30s. You overcame this fear. Look at you. You're talking in 350 women are going to be at the summit, and you're stepping out of your fear. And that's kind of the great thing that we're going to share with all these different amazing locally community women, is that they're just going to be honest and human and share how to jump out of it. And so I love that you are jumping out. You're going to be 50. You're doing your thing. And you're just being fearless.
I'm excited. I really
And
am.
not that you won't have fear. I have fear, right? But we just do it anyway.
It does.
Because regret is a horrible thing to live with.
I agree completely. I agree. Yeah, I'm tired of regrets, and I just want to try things, and I think it's okay. If we make, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to mess up. But I also think it's okay to laugh about it too. And I'm trying to laugh about myself more and love myself more and appreciate everything that I'm trying to do, because I have friends that are like, I commend you for doing that. They're like, there's no way I would ever do that, but they support me, and they're so. I love that we can support each other. Everybody has their own goals and their own, experiences that they want to try. It might not be me stepping on a stage like me, but I think it's just so nice that we can support each other and build each other up and just celebrate each other's wins, no matter what they are. And so, I love what you do.
I love it.
I'm a fan.
And really, I love it. And the thing with the community of Women with Voices is that it's called empowering through connection.
Yes.
And it's connecting and bringing women together. The last 4 years have been wonderful. And tonight we have our birthday party.
Yay.
Bash.
Happy 4 years.
Yeah. And it's just, I see the power of community. It's my keynote signature speech, the power of community, bringing people together. I think sometimes people can isolate. Either they put on a front, or they're afraid to be human and to be their authentic self. And so I love that Women with Voices is just like, be who you want to be.
Yes.
I'm going to be a dancer. Not everyone's going to be dancing on that stage. But you bring laughter. All our unique specialness is what's so great.
Yes.
And that's what's going to be great about this summit.
We all have our own gifts.
Yes.
And I think that, I use the older I've gotten, the more I don't compare myself to other people, but I appreciate other people's strengths and talents, and it doesn't mean I have to be like that. But I do have a gift of laughter, and I like to be silly. I walk into all my networking events, and I love making people laugh. Something about our business is, I always say, we don't just build decks at Forsman's Finest Decks, we save marriages. And I talk about how we save marriages all the time, and they're like, what are you talking about? And I said, well, we save marriages because these people are unhappy, they're arguing, they're filing those divorce papers, and then we go and create an outdoor space, and they rekindle their love for each other.
So true.
And it makes people laugh. I know that's a little far-fetched, but it's just funny, and it makes people laugh because it might not be marriages, but I like making people happier and bringing laughter and just bringing positive experiences when I walk into a room. So
let's talk about that entrepreneurship you and your husband, right? You
Yeah.
just jump in there, you do it. What made you do it? What was the story behind the business?
Well, my husband and I got married in 2019, but we met in 2016. And I met my husband and love him dearly, but he was not happy at his current job, and he talked about it all the time. And I said, I love you, and I know you can do anything, but I said, I do not want to continue to hear you complain about your job. So I said, let's figure out a change. You could either make a change or just don't talk about it anymore, because it's like, I want to help. And I had a job that I was grateful for. I liked my job, but I didn't really love it. I had a different job every 5 years. If you saw my resume, it probably wouldn't be the best resume, because I've had a new job every 5 years. I kind of got burnt out, and so I'd go on to a new opportunity. But I said, you know what? It was like, I think 9 o'clock at night. I will admit, maybe some wine was involved. But I said, we both were just talking, and we both decided that night, let's just start our own company. Let's do it. Let's take a chance. Let's just see what happens. And we went online, got our LLC. We now have a real attorney, just not online, but that was like just pressing that enter button online was just like, Oh my gosh, we did it. And I felt like balloons were like, gonna, fly in the sky. And I was like, we're gonna do this. And I'll tell you, Sandy, after we did that, we had so many people tell us we were crazy. What are you thinking? You guys have kids together. You have good, stable jobs. Why are you doing this? So, but I think sometimes you just have to block out that noise and then you have to trust your gut and believe in yourself and take a chance. And it was one of the best decisions ever because we've grown from just the two of us to now we have an office building, we have community events, we're able to give back to the community more, which is dear to my heart. I love being in a place where we can give back. And we are trying to build better people, build better humans. We try to help all of our employees become better humans and reach their personal goals. So I love what we do, and I love that we can be more involved in the community. So that was a long answer.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And I love how you said you're building your employees up.
Yes.
It's so important. I'm seasoned, I've done a lot of things as you have. And it's like, if the employees would invest in their employees, like if they, build them up. I always talk about letting them volunteer something they love, right?
Yeah.
Take the day off and you all volunteer together. And it's like building up people.
Yes.
Because they build others up.
And
It's a ripple
sometimes
effect.
when you do that, they leave. But you know what? They leave on for a different opportunity that we're
you
very
built
proud
them,
of. Exactly. And I'm
yes.
okay with that.
Yes.
We're okay with that.
Yes.
But that's going to happen, sometimes.
It means you did a good job.
Correct. Yeah.
I love that. I think the same way. Like
Yeah.
build them up. If they leave, great. I did my job. Yay.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, let's talk about. I love your when you open up your website, and it's you two with
belts.
two belts. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a reality show. It's gonna
so funny.
happen. Oh my gosh. Tell us about the ups and downs of working with your husband.
Well, when we first started the company, I legit had a tool belt. Like people think that that's just like, for the show. But it's near and dear to my heart because I actually have a tool belt. My husband went out and bought me a tool belt, and I said, that's not good enough. So he went out and bought me a better tool belt because I wanted a nicer one, like a handbag.
Yeah.
And I want the nicer one. I don't want the cheap one.
Better letter.
And so, and I worked on the job site for the first 18 months of our company's existence. And the customers, it was interesting. It was really a great experience for me because I got to experience the process of construction. I had never done that before, of like from start to finish. So for me, I'm grateful for that experience. So now when I go out to a job site or I'm speaking with our clients, I have a true understanding of what happens from start to finish in construction. I literally experienced it. But I did that for 18 months. And then I said, this is not long-term, right? So we hired our first employee in that time period. And then once we hired our first employee, it kind of, escalated to, 4 employees and things like that. But for the first 18 months, it was just the two of us. And the customers, it's interesting how they treat a woman walking out to the job site. I learned that some experiences were positive and some not so much. But some of them were like impressed and other of them were just like, are you really going to be working out here? And do you need help or where's the rest of the crew, So it was an interesting experience how they see a woman versus a man out there. So I thought that was very interesting, just like the assumptions made. And I think that just happens with women in the workforce, especially in construction. I just think people expect there to be a burly man coming out there and everything like that. But my husband would be like, nope, she's qualified. She's on payroll right now. She's got it figured out. And we'd be like, but thank you. But it was a really good experience for me, just to see the whole, everything going on behind the scenes with building the projects. So grateful for that for sure. Love where I am right now. I love that I've evolved, and I focus more on business development and I do a little bit of the marketing. We have a company that helps us, but I still like to make a lot of posts because it's fun for me, just like I know it is for you.
Yeah, it's just fun. I'm showcasing
fun.
people and
It's
showcasing my
fun.
clients and my people in my circle.
It's fun. It's fun to have a team now and to have help. Didn't happen overnight, but I'm sure grateful for what we are at now, because I don't want to be building anymore. I just want to be popping out and being the friendly one to say hello.
And if you've been to any events,
Yeah.
there's Shelley with a smile on in the
Yeah.
I love that. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Let's talk about your 50 big birthday, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm having a party, so
I
that'll
know.
be fun.
I hope I have going.
I hope you can be there.
I don't want
I
to
would
miss
love
it.
to have you be there.
I know the 50th
Yes.
is such a huge.
It's going to be fun. I didn't want to spend it alone or just small. I wanted to either like go big, or I knew I didn't want to feel like, because a number is weird. A number affects you mentally and emotionally.
We totally get it.
So
Yes.
I didn't want to feel like down and out and depressed, because I'm proud of myself, but still it's 50. It's a new decade. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yes.
Everything's fine. But like, I wanted to celebrate it and be around people that I love and just have fun. And so I'm so excited. I am proud of myself. I'm proud of my accomplishments. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, first to admit it. I mean, I could write a book with all the mistakes, but I could also write a book with all my successes. And the mistakes and the failures are what led me to who I am today. And a lot of the things that I was, sad about and cried about in the past, I'm grateful for those moments now, because I wouldn't be where I am today without the bad things that happened, So it's just, you start to look back at your life and you become more grateful for all the experiences.
So true. You become
Yeah.
grateful, and you think, if I didn't have that bad chapter, I wouldn't be in this good chapter.
Correct.
Because you know what you want now.
Yep.
You just, and every woman, you were at the big event with 10 speakers, right?
Yes, I
Every
was.
woman has such a great journey, but it's that journey that makes us who we are.
It's true.
And that's why we share it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have you at the Women with Voices Summit.
Me too.
She's
gonna
kick
be
it
fun.
off. Yes.
Stay tuned. It's
How
gonna
do
be
we
fun.
get a hold of you? What if I'm like, oh, I want for Christmas a new deck? How do we do it? Because
Well,
decks make you happy. I'm sorry,
Decks
they do.
make you happy. We do
Yes.
all sizes, small,
Nice.
medium, large
Lighting,
decks.
everything. Yes.
Yeah, any lighting deck, anything. We can do it all. We can transform your space. If you want to call Forsman's Finest Decks, our number is 402-504-2751. You can give us a call. We will get back to you the same day, and we can talk to you about your project, or you can just call and say hi. So
Call and have coffee. 'Cause
Call and
that's
have
what we
coffee.
do.
That would be
Oh my
great.
gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you again for being a guest.
this has been awesome.
And audience, just don't wait till your 50th birthday like we
Right.
did. Just start living life now,
Live it
taking that
up.
challenge, taking that step, and just doing something you love. Get uncomfortable is comfortable, right?
Yes.
The more you do it. So thank you, and just
love it.
go. Hopefully we'll see you at the Live Your Wise Summit 2026, and you get to
I love
see
it.
Shelley. Yay.
Thank you.